Alright, I'm on my 15-minute break, and this is the last time that I'm going to do a simple update to the bush stitch. The bush stitch is done. You have your cast on stitch, and I always leave enough yarn that if I need to add a stitch or two to the end, I can. But it's in multiples of 3. So if you're going to count this one, that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I think we'll find out when we get to the end. But that's how I do my projects. I always do multiples of 3 until it's as long as I want it to be for whatever project I'm working on. Because you're going to take and you're going to skip these first 2 stitches from this. You got your chain that's on the hook. You're going to skip these next 2 stitches, and you're going to go into that 3rd chain from the hook, and you're going to yarn over, and you're going to go under 2 of those stitches, and you're going to do a double crochet, and that counts as 2 double crochet. You're going to chain 2, and you're going to go into that same under that same stitch, and you're going to do a single crochet. You're going to yarn over and pull through both of those loops. Then you're going to skip 2 chains, skip 1, skip 2. You're going to yarn over, and you're going to go into the next one. You're going to do 2 double crochet, chain 2, and then go into that same stitch and do a single crochet. Yarn over, skip 2, skip 1, skip 2, and you're going to go into this last one right here. 2 double crochet, chain 2, single crochet in the same stitch. Okay, and so you get to, you see, you have 2 right here, so it's going to be multiples of 3, and then you're going to do a plus 1 at the end. You can do a plus 1, you can add a stitch, to the end, or you could just fudge it and go into that last stitch and do your 2 double crochet, chain 2, single crochet in that same stitch. And so, and that is the bush stitch. Okay, and then when you turn your work, you can chain 2 or you can chain 3. It doesn't matter. If you change 3, you're going to have that loop that was formed when you did your chain 2. So you're going to do 1 double crochet into that loop, chain 2, single crochet. Okay, and then under each of those chain 2 spaces, you're going to do 2 double crochet, chain 2, single crochet in each chain 2 space to the end. And this is a J hook. When you do this pattern using a smaller hook, like I'm using size 1 yarn. This is fingering. It's actually smaller than fingering since it's a single. And then I'm using the H hook. And the smaller the hook, the tighter the pattern. The smaller the yarn. You want it to be more lacy, use a larger hook. I don't understand. It's a very simple pattern, and the pattern is what you want it to, the length you want it to be. Now, had I decided that I didn't want to fudge the end, the reason you leave this is so that you can pick up that last stitch, and then you can do a couple more. I could have did another chain, and then I could have did this and then pulled it through to secure that chain, and then that would have fixed me having 1 less stitch than I needed, and I could have went into this stitch, this chain, to have this skip too. There's ways to fix it if you don't have enough chains at the end. That's why you should always leave about 6 to 8 inches at the end of your project. That way, if you get there, because you're crocheting, so it's easy to pull back. That way, when you get there, all you have to do is add a couple of stitches and then pull a knot through to secure those new stitches you added. This is a very forgiving stitch pattern. It kind of makes its own little border as you crochet. As you can see here, it makes its own little border on the ends. You can put tassels to those. You get your own little border on the side. You'll get your own border on the side. So the bush stitch is very easy to do. There's other tutorials for this stitch. It's not a hard stitch. It's not a hard stitch to figure out your end with. And see, I've already woven in the end on this, so I don't have to do it when I get done. So I don't know what else to do. It's very easy to do. And yeah,